Dark, of course, recently coming back to Korea from Poland, was a part of IEM, and Dark, fun fact, was the only player to take any maps off of Serral. The only player to take maps off of Serral in IEM Katowice. And in that series, I mean, look, that was a spicy ZvZ that they had. Potential for more. But here we go. We're jumping into this and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Oceanborn. We have our South Korean Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing his new team, Talon Esports. It is Dark. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the Taiwanese Protoss player, the blue Protoss representing Starlight Twinkle. It is Nice. Here we go. Dark recently coming back. Nice, of course, wasn't traveling. He's been competing in all these online weeklies in the absence of the IEM players. Has now found himself mid-series against Dark, down in this series, but not out. And we'll see what Nice brings to the table. We'll see if he can slip Dark up. Again, Dark is a very aggressive player in this matchup, is more than willing to be in your face, especially on Oceanborn. We've spoken about this. Oceanborn has a relatively short rush distance and has a very exposed third base. The reason why we've seen so much aggression on this map, why we've seen so many Queen walks and Queen-based all-ins with Roches, with Ling Bane, is because to get onto the same point of elevation as this third base, you can get there in the middle of the map. In the center of the map, there is a ramp that leads up in towards kind of this area, and as a result, it's so much easier to lay siege upon this third. The ramp leading into the natural is a little bit wider as well. And as a result, it's just that much less defendable. So we'll see if either one of these players takes advantage of that, or if we have a longer series. Longer series and a longer game. For now, gate expand into the Cyber Core from Nice. Across the map, Dark going to be going for a hatch gas pool, forced to take the unnatural natural. But outside of that, feeling pretty comfortable. Link speed going to be on the way. We have seen Nice being very experimental with his playstyle recently. And we'll see what that leads into as we are going for a Stargate opener. Now, we have seen Nice go double Stargate Massive Void Ray, even in recent times, surprisingly, in the new patch. Will he experiment with Skytoss here? You can, especially if you go Void Ray first. We have seen players like Classic and Hero try to go Void Ray first into a second Stargate, into like a Tempest Rush or a Carrier Rush. That's a little bit out of fashion. That was very popular back in November, December of last year. Like relatively shortly after the new patch was released. But since then, we haven't seen it too much. We haven't seen it be too prevalent in recent times. There we go. It is going to be an Oracle first. So it looks to be a standard opener. Oracle first into a third. Into a third base, into triple Oracle. This is a standard economic opener from Nice. Meanwhile, we are shading across the map with two Adepts. Two Adepts do one-shot drones. And if the Lings aren't in position, we can commit, but the Lings are here. And Nice will respect them, will back up. Again, you have to be very careful as a Protoss player not to lose these two Adepts. Ling speed is done, and we are trying to hunt them down. We do get eyes on the would-be third base, but the Adepts are in position. And the probe is safe. So Nice will expand, and Dark backs up. Keeping that Oracle busy. Oh, the Adepts, they do manage to bypass those Lings, though. They do try to slip out across the map. Likewise, now have a second Oracle on the field. Moving out together. But really nice movement here out of Dark. He does come across the Adepts. Gets one and will get the second Adept as well. Big pickoffs here by Dark. At the same time, both Oracles head in between the bases. They go for the third base, so we have plenty to defend, and we do quickly morph in that Evo chamber, saving the drone. So no damage dealt here to Dark. And we are going into a lair first. Interesting. We'll see how many gases we get into. We'll see how we make use of this lair, as we have gone up to triple oracle. Now this was around a 4-minute 30 lair timing, so not an early lair, just a lair first. Can lead into Ling Hydra, or into just roaches. Ooh, as the spore isn't done, we get 3 drone kills. We got 4. Max damage dealt here, but oh, the surround! Good target firing out of Dark. He does focus down one of those oracles. The other does escape, but 1 oracle for 6 drones. It's an okay trade, but not ideal for Nice, as he is following this up with a +1 and Blink. Standard follow-up here by Nice. Meanwhile, I don't see a Roach Warren. I don't see a Roach Warren. We have no tech yet. Is this Hydra's? I feel like it should be. 4 gases in production. The Roach Warren should be done by now if we were going roaches. Behind this, we have a wall of gateways. We cancelled? Wait, what? We cancelled Blink. We're going into charge. Nice being a little bit indecisive, and there it is. I assumed it was going to be Hydras, but no, it's going to be Spire. Mutas are on the way here by Dark. A little bit greedy. Going to the Mutas in such a fashion, taking all 6 gases. Dark droning up to 75. And focusing on a +1 melee for Link's support. Does have a safety Roach Warren, thankfully, so he can make roaches if he needs it. But Mutas are going to be the real kind of game changer here for Dark. And the question becomes, can we spot this? Can we get eyes on this? Nice, still not aware of what's going on. As Dark has amassed Lings, going for a massive Ling counterattack, and actually, he's going for the 4th. Going straight for the 4th base, gets us around, should force a cancel. At the same time, catches a Stalker as well, gaining so much value here. Gets the Stalker, cancels the base. Not a kill, thankfully. And Dark will back off, gained a lot of value already. Didn't have to waste any resources on roaches, and we have 12, 13 Mutas on the way. 13 Mutas in production. So far unscattered. Nice. Is throwing down some cannons. Does count. Big moment here. Observer does get eyes on the Spire. We have Phoenixes on the way. Cannons, shield batteries. Again, good scouting out of Nice. He's aware of what's going on. We have seen many Protoss players just die to Mutas once they get revealed because they haven't been scouted. We saw that a lot from Trigger last night. Here we go, Mutas. They do come across the natural. Cannon goes down, probes as well. We got 5 worker kills, a couple of Stalkers. Remember, Blink was cancelled. Well, we're getting a lot done. Oh my god. The Phoenixes arrive, and Dark, he just stands his ground. Takes down a Phoenix, only 2 left. Again, Dark, no fear. Takes down another Phoenix. What was that? 2 Phoenixes, 3 Stalkers, and 19 probes. And just like that, Dark, he finds himself with a massive lead. Almost gets another Phoenix. Does get another Phoenix. Again, a really good stutter stepping there from Dark. Which is really good movement from him. Attack moving forward. And Nice, he's struggling. He's on the back foot. Another Phoenix goes down. The Phoenixes are meant to be the counter. Ay, ay, ay. And how many Mutas do we have? We're up to 23 Mutas. Not like this as we focus on another and another. Every Phoenix falls. GG gets called. The Mutas, they get out of control. And Dark takes the series 2-0. Advancing on to the semifinals. GG. GG, well played. Again, a solid series there out of Dark. We missed out on game one, unfortunately, but regardless, a solid game out of him. Really impressive as well. Nice scouted. Remember, he saw the Spire, he had Phoenixes, he had cannons on the way, a couple of shield batteries here and there, but we saw that Dark, he was able to just take advantage of Nice regardless, able to focus down those Stalkers, able to out-control and out-micro Nice's Phoenixes, which is something that's very difficult to do because Phoenixes do outrange and they do have a lot of kiting potential, but yeah, we saw that we never had more than 3 Phoenixes. We were never able to build them up. Dark was just so on point with punishing them and shutting them down time and time again with that. GG. GG, well played. Dark overwhelms. And now we have our semi-finals getting ready before us. Up next is going to be Dark versus Oliveira. Let's go. Un momento. Yeah. Beautiful. So before we get into Beyond versus Oliveira, before we get into our semifinals, if you're curious, it's Beyond versus Oliveira, but it's gonna be Dark versus Oliveira in the upper semis, and it's gonna be DRG versus Beyond in the lower semifinals. So those are our 2 semifinal series here. We casted Beyond earlier. In the previous series, we did go over Beyond versus Classic, if you recall. Again, if you missed out, check out the VODs. It was a fun series. It was a very aggressive series from Beyond, is what I will say. Very aggressive. But yeah, we have 2 ZvTs. Unfortunately, no Protoss. No Protoss remains here in the semifinals. We usually have not even a Protoss in the semis. We usually have a Protoss champion. Fun fact: the player with the most KSL wins under their belt is Protoss, and that's Hero. Hero is typically our champion for KSL, but Hero is not here. He's not here this week. It looks like after IEM, maybe he took a break, a well-deserved break, I would say. Like, I don't blame him. He may just be like decompressing, calming down, going on a bit of a vacation before getting back into the grind. So Hero, he's not here this weekend, unfortunately, but I'm sure we'll see more of Hero in the coming weeks, in the coming months. So don't worry, sure we'll see more of him. But for the time being, there's no Protoss in the semis, and we are going to be going on a short break. We're halfway through the broadcast. Up next, both semifinals, and then the grand finals thereafter. That's what's coming up next here in KSL on the broadcast. For now, we're going to be going on a short break. Take this moment to get some rest, get some water, get some snacks, hydrate your hydras, stretch your roaches, massage your marines, and we'll be back in 5 or so minutes with the second half of the broadcast, with the semis and los gran finales. See you then.